quick recap. So again, what is portfolio construction? Okay, know your objective. In my case, understand financial freedom. Know how to choose your instrument, how to allocate among instrument, portfolio allocation, and of course, creating investment system. So I believe Jimmy has actually give you also a very good example of what do we mean by creating investment system, not just about choosing which ETF. At the same time, you have to invest regularly. And of course, he also mentioned one point, at certain point in time, you may actually need to switch in, switch out the ETF, especially the thematic one. Okay, now, so the question here is this, you have learned so much. Of course, all this sounds very good. All this sounds very rosy. As in all things in life, once you actually go into the action, wow, you know, suddenly a lot of issues, a lot of problem already. So this is what, you know, as per my company's vision suggests, end of the day, we want everyone to make sound investment decision. I think it's quite unfair to just leave it here. Okay, you know, this is it. You know, you do your own. We think it's tough. Okay, it's actually going to be tough. And we actually have a program to help you to have a portfolio as well to achieve financial freedom. Okay, so we actually have this thing called the portfolio construction program. As Jimmy has mentioned, we have actually done it. This is our third year already. This is pre-COVID. We actually do our classes in Suntec pre-COVID. Of course, for obvious reasons, during COVID period, we actually moved online, and we are definitely very eager to go back to doing face-to-face. So a little bit more about program. There's actually this foundation training program. Okay, as you can see here, it basically, you know, okay, maybe before I share this, I want to give you an analogy. Now, my wife is actually quite into baking recently. You know, she at first know nothing, and all she did was to go and download some recipes from the internet. Okay, and voila, you know, you just have to follow the recipe very closely. Okay lah, you know, you don't get very solid bread like those you bought outside, but it's actually still decent. So this is what we have done here. You know, end of the day, you know, we actually want to give you recipes for each individual product. Okay, like for example, you can see here, okay, fixed income instrument, what's a hands-on selection exercise? Okay, stocks, what is the step-by-step selection process? Okay, ETF, okay, what is the process, so on and so forth. So you will actually get recipes for different instruments. And what does this recipes help you to do? Okay, basically, with this recipe, you will be able to create investment systems. You will be able to, you know, have a portfolio whereby you have more wins than losses. Okay, so if you think that, you know, I'm not familiar with investment, I don't know this, I don't know that, investment is difficult, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So, you know, all you have to do, you come here, you actually get all the recipes, and you just have to follow recipe very closely. You can also produce results. Of course, I'm not saying that it's not important to know the details, but it's a good way to start with the recipe first. Just like bread making. So now she is, like my wife is actually on the phase of learning what is a yeast, you know, almond milk versus oat milk, what's the difference, so on and so forth. Obviously, the bread get better and better, okay, but, you know, start with the recipe first. And we actually do one part very important, okay, so far, I would say that this is one of the most important part. A lot of people have problem really trying to understand how do you define the objective. Okay, I'm so glad to do this, and so far the result has been fantastic. You know, I've seen people really get a wake-up call. You know, I actually need about 15% per annum for my money for me to achieve financial freedom. Oh my God. You know, I've seen people really say, why am I investing into all the risky assets? Actually, with my money, I can just put money in some safer assets. So this is one exercise we'll bring through as well. So this whole program, we call it the practical portfolio construction strategies, divided into 5 modules, as you can see here, over 10 solid training hours. Now, okay, we don't think it's fair that after the program, that's it, bye-bye. No, okay, me and Jimmy, we are really committed. So that's where the gym comes in. We talked about, hey, you know, investing is a regular exercise. you have to do it on a regular basis. Then it can't be that after the course, we just show that no. So in fact, we actually have this thing called the financial gym, whereby we actually meet once a month with all our participants. We discuss instruments and current affairs. As we all know, things progress, things change. Nobody expects the Ukraine war, but it happens. Then what are we supposed to do with our portfolio? We get invited speakers. We cannot be expert in all areas. We have friends that can help us to give us different insights. Like for example, this gentleman, Alan, one of our good friends, he actually is an expert in will and trust, and quite interesting. A lot of people, know how to make money, grow money, but don't know how to pass on to the next generation. So yeah, a lot of learning from him. We have portfolio game whereby you're given virtual dollars, and really through simulations. Learning through simulations rather than theory. You learn through simulations and see whether, hey, you buy this today, 1 month later, what's going to happen, and what are the learnings you can get from there. Of course, if you're part of the financial gym, you'll be part on the WhatsApp group, whereby you get very timely WhatsApp sharing and discussion. So these are some of the sharing being done during the investment gathering. Okay, so as you can see the date, this was 15 August. So finally, SPH got delisted. I finally get the money from SPH. But when it was first announced, that time the price was 189. And yet, the offerer is really offering up to 204 or 209 now, whichever you call it. So we're like, hey, what is happening? So when we saw this kind of opportunity, definitely we quickly send a message out to our participants. And of course, for those who took action, they're quite happy. So in fact, if they will hold it up to yesterday, they'll be selling at 236. So if you bought at 189, 236, So these are the things we share from the financial gym. Okay, once things happen, myself and Jimmy, we give our opinion very quickly. At the same time, we will also look at different investment instruments. So as we all know, finance is ever growing, ever changing. Okay, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you talk about crypto, nobody know what it is. Today, everybody know what is crypto. So we will constantly look at new instruments, see what happens tomorrow. Like for example, now Jimmy is already doing a lot of research in metaverse, something very, very interesting. So of course, if you get to speak to him more, he will tell you that he has actually bought some real estate in the virtual world. And yep, you can choose to ignore, okay, but as an investor, it's also good to know what are some of the latest things that's happening. I personally benefited quite a bit from Jimmy himself. He has just few months back, if you ask me what is NFT, I really don't know. How come NFT can sell for 69 million? I really don't know. And he really put up something whereby a 16-year-old can understand. So we really test it. So really a 16-year-old can understand. And yes, this give me the idea of what really NFT is. So these are all part of the financial gym activities. So for those who are interested to learn more NFT or still not sure what NFT is, I would strongly encourage you to scan on this QR code. The YouTube video is still there. Okay, it gives you a very clear understanding of what exactly is NFT. Okay, so especially for someone totally clueless about it, you can just scan this QR code right now. Okay, so that's what the financial gym does. Okay, really is not about new theories, it's really about applications. So in this program, we give you all the recipes. So after you learn all the recipes, we will help you to apply them. When you implement the recipes, you have the problem, you can WhatsApp chat us immediately, or we can discuss during the FG meeting. Okay, and of course, if you follow us through the FG meeting, as long as the new occurrence happen, new things happen, you get updated. Okay, during the meeting itself, and of course through the WhatsApp group. These are some feedback from the past participants. Have been in this group for at least a year. Serve good influence to how I should relook financial planning. Some jargons are explained in layman terms so that easy for everyone to understand. WhatsApp group, we could ask anything after the class. So myself and Jimmy would share latest information. a special segment whereby special invited guests. So talk about different topics, so on and so forth. And let's hear from Jeremy.
Although there are different
sorry.
tools, all these can be found online, but you don't really know exactly the things that you choose, right? Is it good or not good? Or is it sound or not sound?
And let's hear from Sarah. Oops, sorry.
In fact, this whole series of Financial Gym, there's a lot of very structured classes for you to learn different instruments like REITs, ETFs, unit trusts, which I've not known before. So if you want to build a portfolio which is good for your retirement, I encourage you to come for this Financial Gym class.
Okay, so these are some of the feedbacks from the previous participants. Okay, let's talk a little bit about fees. So the foundation training is actually 10 hours, 10 solid hours, and we are actually going to peg it at $800. Think about it, think about this, our kids' tuition, okay, our kids' tuition is already more than $80 per hour. I think I'm paying like $100 per hour for my kids' tuition. So let's say I just charge $80 per hour. So this 10 hours should at least worth 800, isn't it? If not, tomorrow me and Jimmy, we myself become tuition teacher. So I think 800, think about it, is it's quite fair if I just compare with tuition. And you can see that the financial gym is really, we organize it like a gathering. So in fact, now we are charging like $40 per session. Okay. You go and do your mathematics. So for the amount of work we prepare is really more like gathering, sharing information. Also, total this package is worth $880, and we package it together at only $680. $680. Okay, is this worth it or not? Now, I just want to give an example here. Okay, by the way, this is a real tip. So of course, throughout all this, the program itself from Financial Gym, you will actually learn different investment knowledge that sometimes can be so easy that you overlook. Like this is one of them. Okay, what you see on the screen is the CPF statement of one of our participants, and he's actually getting this kind of interest every year. Okay. So let's say, for example, you have 50,000 in your bank account doing nothing for you. Okay, you might as well just go and top it up in SA. And your interest can increase by about 1,500 per annum. So this is really what investment is about. Don't always think about what to buy. Sometimes just simple things like, hey, why don't the money down there I'm idling, I just go and put inside CPF special. Of course, there are some downside to it. You make sure you're okay with that. But then you are getting 1,500 per annum. So you'll be getting like hundreds of such tips. Okay. So 680, is it worth it or not? You do your own mathematics. And here is the good news. Here is the good news. We have actually get this program to be accredited under IBF Financial Training Scheme. So for information, IBF is an organization under MAS. So basically is a government organization. And this program is accredited by them. And what does it mean? If let's say you are a finance and investment professional, you can get a grant. And if you are not, you can actually use skill futures. Okay, so skill futures to go for this program. If you like it, you can go to the skill futures website, okay, myskillfutures.gov.sg. Look for this program, is there. Okay. And think about it. So you have 10 hours of solid training, 2 months financial gym for free. And let's say you're using skill futures, you are only paying $180, which think about it. Okay. You may have this $180 may eventually help you to achieve financial freedom. Okay, do your maths. 180, okay, if you think that this is lousy, okay, 180, you know what, it's 180, so sometimes it's just a meal to some of you here. But if let's say it really works, really help you to change your perspective towards investment, help you to create investment system to achieve financial freedom. 180 for that kind of benefits. What is your ROI? Okay, again, do your mathematics. So my parting shot here is this. I'm actually quite thankful. I have been an investment trainer over the past 11 years, started off with SGX. So thank you so much. And over the years, I have built quite a bit of investment groups. So in fact, this is my third one. I have one for stocks, I have one for real estate, and this is my third investment group. And really very thankful, a lot of support that has made my career very exciting. And after doing all this group, I actually have this realization that investing has always been a team sport. So no matter how good you are, how good an analyst you are, you one person cannot fight the whole team. Okay, just like for example now, okay, as long as there's any major news, okay, my WhatsApp, okay, it will show. Okay, when Bitcoin down, it will show. Okay. Like for example, okay, Maple Tree, the recent Maple Tree merger, okay, so there will be discussion about it. So it's like, you know, a lot of times you don't know what you don't know. So as you're part of the team, okay, maybe just the information alone, I think it's definitely just worth that amount of money. So do join us. It's a team sport. Don't be left out. Okay, hopefully I see you in our financial gym. Okay, so to register, this is what happened. You can scan on the QR code to register. Now, this is what happened here. Okay, after registration, during the registration, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay first. You can just register first. Then our colleague Raymond will actually contact you, okay, to talk about how you can actually use your skill futures to actually pay for this program. Okay, so even if you are considering, I would strongly advise you to sort of like choke a seat first, because we only have 10%. Okay, this is how serious me and Jimmy is. So obviously we know that more people is good for us, but we want to cap at only 10 so that we can be focused. You can have full attention. We'll be going to know each other on the first name basis after that. Okay, at the end of the day, you know, you'll be invited to our financial gym, whereby, you know, imagine this really a real gym. So, you know, we become like friends, we work together, we learn from each other, and of course, we try to guide you along the way. So that's why every run we only have 10%. If there's more than 10, sorry, you have to go for next run. And now we are only doing like about 1/4 per run, 1/4 per run. So I strongly urge you to take this opportunity. So even you're thinking about it, you may just want to scan the QR code and register first. Then Raymond will contact you with regards to the payment. As for the date, so this round we're actually still doing online. Yes, going forward, we will probably consider face-to-face very soon. But as for this round, we're still doing online. These are the dates, 22nd to 25th June. And okay, not every day. So it's actually 22nd, 24th, and 25th. Sorry for the typo, but you can actually get the details on the website. 22nd, 24th, and 25th. 22nd is a Wednesday, 24th is a Friday, 25th is a Saturday. Also, these are the timings. So the weekdays is about 7 to 9:30 or 10. Weekend Saturday is one full day. So of course, this is for the portfolio program. And for the financial gym is actually once the first Wednesday of the month. Okay, so with that, we will